A stabbing near the Eastern Kentucky University campus leads to a campus-wide alert. That's first at 4:30. A Southern Kentucky couple is in jail after they endangered the life of a child. And we're tracking a crime alert in Lexington, where police are looking for 5 people after an overnight robbery near the UK campus.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon to you. Amber Philpott and Barbara Bailey reporting. Sam has the afternoon off. The all clear has been given by EKU police after a campus alert was issued this morning.
Now, that alert was sent out around 6 a.m. after a victim with multiple stab wounds was found by Richmond police near the intersection of Madison and Summit. That's near Eastern's campus. WKYT's Mike Byer is tracking the investigation. It's our top story at 4:30.
A stabbing this morning near EKU led to a campus-wide alert, an alert that grabbed the attention of many students.
Typically my mom calls me and she's like, "Emily, where are you? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm inside. I'm fine. I'm okay."
EKU first sent out a public safety alert just after 5:30 this morning. They sent it out after receiving word from police about a stabbing near campus. Police say they found a person with multiple stab wounds in the area of Madison and Summit. However, they're not sure where the original incident took place. Police say the stabbing appears to be an isolated incident and that there is no threat to campus. Even with that said, EKU students say they're still concerned.
It does make me a little bit more cautious than I was already before. So I do like to come in at a normal time now instead of later.
Mike Byer, WKYT.
Now, Richmond police say the stabbing is still under investigation. They believe it was a home invasion type robbery and 2 or 3 people were involved. They also tell us the victim was stabbed in 3 places, but his injuries are not life-threatening. He was taken to UK hospital. Police say a caller may have saved a child's life yesterday, and now a couple is behind bars in Harlan County.
Millard TJ Tackett and Sydney Shepard are facing charges of wanton endangerment and endangering the welfare of a minor. Caleb No has the story.
Police tell us somebody called them yesterday morning and told them they found a child, 3 years old, walking alone near the intersection behind me. Later, police found out the child had been staying with relatives at an apartment complex up the road. Police say the road leading to Holly Point Apartments can be a busy place.
It's fairly narrow, with some blind corners, area known for some, travelers to go through at a high rate of speed. Yeah, very, very easily could have been ran over.
Police arrested the child's uncle, TJ Tackett, and Tackett's fiancee, Sydney Shepard, charging both with first-degree wanton endangerment and endangering the welfare of a minor.
If it would have wandered away and could have been lost, there's a mountain wooded area there. Railroad tracks are nearby, rivers nearby. Who knows what could have happened.
Police say the couple had been watching the 3-year-old for the child's grandmother while she was sick. We're told social services placed the child back with its guardian. In Harlan, Caleb No, WKYT.
We talked to TJ Tackett at the Harlan County Jail today, who says he and his fiancee were asleep when that child walked outside. Lexington police are investigating after a couple was robbed near UK's campus. It happened just before midnight on Horseman's Lane off Red Mile Road. Police say the couple was outside their apartment when 5 men armed with a gun and a large knife stole their keys, phones, and cash. The couple wasn't hurt.
A teenager is recovering after being shot at a Lexington park. It happened yesterday morning at the Dixie Park on Eastland Parkway. Police tell us 4 teens were arguing when one pulled out a gun. They say the injured teen was found a short time later at a nearby home. He told police he had accidentally shot himself. So far, no charges have been filed. Well, it's feeling a little warmer than normal for the bluegrass this time of year.
But it looks like we're in for a few temperature swings this week. Let's check in now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Very comfortable stuff, guys, showing up out there for us on this Monday afternoon, and we'll keep the comfort level around, I think, most of the week, even with a little bit of that temperature swing coming into play later on. We're on the upside right now because we're going to make that climb with the temperatures out there today. Upper 60s and low 70s. Frankfort, Lexington, low 70s. To the south and east, you're going to find some of those upper 60s and a little more cloud cover showing up there in London as well. I've been watching that on our satellite animation here for most of the day. Here's what we we've got early tomorrow morning, probably into the 50s and 40s to start to the early morning hours on Tuesday. But look at those daytime highs right up to around 73 for you as we make the transition into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Remember those clouds I was referencing? There you see them lining up along Interstate 75. Again, basically from southern Fayette County all the way down to the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. That's where we're tracking those in the skies as we move forward here. The focus of the forecast, though, it's another brief above average run because we do have another fall front that's going to end that. But then another surge in temperatures beyond that. So it's kind of an up and down roller coaster ride again as this transitional month of October continues to roll along. I'll break it all down coming up in just a few minutes, Barb.
All right, Jimmy, thank you. For 23 weeks, police recruits from across the state train at the Department of Criminal Justice Training Center on Eastern Kentucky University's campus. Some of the training involves learning how to spot a drunk driver. About halfway through the training, the recruits trade in textbooks for some real-life scenarios. Instructors bring groups of people into a classroom and have them drink, and then test the recruits on their abilities to catch the clues.
We teach them a textbook, but they've got to have hands-on experience to actually see it for themselves. Remember, speed's important. If you go too slow, you'll miss the clues.
There's something in particular instructors are training the recruits to look for. Amber's at the live desk now with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on what she's working on for 6. Amber?
Barb, thank you. We should say right off the bat, this is very controlled, right?
Right. They check medical histories first, and when they come in this case, there were 3 different people, and when they come in, they check gender, age, and weight, and height, and they put all that together, and they figure out how much to serve each participant. Because we're talking about a 2-hour span, they have to drink quite a bit. In this case, it was 12 shots of 80 proof alcohol or more for these 3 participants.
Wow. But this is showing these recruits something that really and truly cannot be replicated, right?
And that's the thing, it's this HGN test, or horizontal gaze nystagmus they call it, and that's what these instructors are wanting to show these recruits. And you can only see it, you know, when they do the field sobriety test and you see the officer do the fingering cross in front of their eye. Well, that's what they're checking for. The eye will twitch if a person is intoxicated. So that's what they're looking for, and they say you can't fake it, you have to actually show them.
Well, we know they're going to encounter this kind of thing out on the street, so this really is productive for all of these cadets recruits, right?
And the cool part was after it's over, they all sit in a classroom, even with the participants, and discuss what they saw. And what the recruits, what was surprised them the most was the fact that they had no idea how much they had drank.
Wow.
So that says a lot moving forward for them and how they operate, and you can't be too sure.
Gives them some great perspective once they do hit the streets. Miranda, we're going to see that story coming up tonight at 6.
All right, thank you. Wildcat fans are getting a chance to name Rupp Arena's new state-of-the-art scoreboard. The board replaces the iconic Big Bertha speaker. The contest will be online. The grand prize for the winning contest entry will be 2 tickets to every public ticketed event, including games and concerts in Rupp for the 2017 season. WKYT.com. Check it out. Well, it takes guts flying into a hurricane, but some have to do it for an occupation. Coming up, see what it's like firsthand flying into a monster storm.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
It has certainly been a nice run in the weather world, even with a little action that we had around here over the weekend with some of the cooler stuff, and then nice warm up again showing up out there today with a lot of low 70s, upper 60s. And all that sunshine that you see right there. And I'm talking almost everywhere except Corbin and into Jackson. Some of those clouds are showing up. You can see them right there and a little bit also into the skies of Corbin. So not a bad looking day anywhere across Kentucky. We are at 70 in Lexington right now. And the only areas that we find that cloud cover that I mentioned are along at least a good thick cloud cover setup is south of Lexington all the way back toward Whitley County. You can see the bright whites indicating a little more moisture within those clouds. Some high thin ones also showing up as well out away from the central organization there. Upper 60s mainly to our east. Now our hour by hour run, let's show you where we end up and how everything kind of evolves here. We'll have a little bit of cloud cover around generally speaking. We get into tomorrow. We're probably very close to where we are today. Give it another 2-3 degrees in most cases, and that's where we'll end up for highs. So a good-looking Tuesday as well on tap for you. Above average. That starts the above average run because 70 is where we should be for a normal daytime high. Now, the hour-by-hour forecast for Wednesday, I think it's underplaying this, at least the model data is underplaying just a little bit. We're going to have a high setting off the coast. We're going to have a frontal boundary coming in from the west, and that in between is usually a good zone of a nice strong southerly wind, which I think will deliver us some much warmer temperatures around here, so probably into the mid-70s for most on Wednesday. Then the showers start arriving with that front early on Thursday morning. You can see the rain breaking out here from Louisville to Covington and trying to get into Lexington as well. I don't think the coverage ever looks this impressive, but we'll certainly have some showers within that zone. We're at noontime Thursday. Outside the rain, we find ourselves in the mid to upper 60s. In the rain, at least at this point, you find some mid-50s. But once the rain kind of clears up and dries up, that's going to be the thing. It's going to run out of moisture. We'll probably bounce back into the 60s during the afternoon and the evening hours there, with some of the cloud cover lingering at least for a little while before it clears up again for us Thursday night going into Friday. So that's going to be a cool little run, or at least a cooler run as we move forward. Speaking of running, we've got all kinds of Keeneland going on this week, starting with Wednesday and then running all the way through your Sunday. We're at 76 on Wednesday. We have breezy conditions there, and then that stray shower chance with 60s showing up here for Thursday and then staying in the 60s Friday. But the weekend looks absolutely wonderful for it, as we'll have more 70s creeping in. Here's that frontal boundary that's going to bring us that change and that very small chance of rain. Watch how I've got the rain animating and going away from the front, because that's essentially what's happening. We're losing some of it on the southern flank. Behind it, you get that chilly air that settles in with small rain chances and a short-lived chilly blast. Keep in mind what I said there, short-lived. Look at the 7-day forecast and you'll see why I'm saying short-lived. Because you get into Friday, it's 67. Well, Saturday we're back at 73. And then we're at 76 and 75, so it's all short-lived. And that, my friends, is why we call it a roller coaster ride during these transitional months. You get a lot of it in the springtime. Now we're in the fall. We're trying to get true fall in here, and we just can't.
Maybe that's my problem. I have problems with roller coasters anyway.
Well,
so I don't know.
So you may not be a fan there.
The folks at Keeneland are really loving the weather folks right now.
It is a perfect time to get out there and enjoy. Any day, even with that cooler spell. Perfect.
Sure. Jim,
Keep it up.
you.
Hall of Fame. There you go. Well, it comes with a job, but NOAA hurricane hunters have to brave some intense flights in the name of science. Check out the turbulence on this flight as a science team flew into the eye of Hurricane Matthew as part of a mission to sample the environment around the storm. The meteorologists braved the rough flight to drop instruments into the storm, trying to help determine the track of the storm.
Building, learning, and having a lot of fun. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at the all-new Magical Toy Shop today. I'm not very good at this, Emmy, am I?
Well, it's a new toy shopping experience for parents and children in Lexington.
Our Deanne Stevens is out and about at the new Magical Toy Shop today with all the details. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at the all-new Magical Toy Shop, and Emmy and I are just checking out this Connect roller coaster. Now, we could fib and say that we built it, but we really didn't, did we?
No.
Could you imagine building this thing?
That would be so fun.
It would be so much fun, wouldn't it? All right, very cool things that they have here at the all-new Magical Toy Shop. Great games, great gifts to give away, Rebecca.
Absolutely, yes.
This is a fun place to be. You said your husband actually built that.
Yes.
I was trying to take credit.
No, this is, sorry. The toy store definitely allows my husband and brings the kid out in him. And so he has the job of putting together all of our toys and making sure they work. So, yeah.
There we go. There we go. We're having to stop it so we can concentrate on this. All right, so there's so many different things that you can build and do. And the toy that Emmy is playing on now, what is that one?
That is the QB Maze. It is a building set of a marble run. And right now we have the fish set up, but you can go online and find tens and 20,000 different ways to build marble runs.
So many of these toys that you guys have are great for the kids because they don't even know it, but they're learning something from these.
That is our whole goal in this. We wanted them to have fun and not realize that they're learning at the same time.
And you said you have girls yourself.
Yes, I do.
And so this was the reason to start the Magical Toy Shop. I love these packets here because my kids, this is what they like to get as a gift. It's a project.
Exactly, yes, and projects last longer, you know, and they can keep building and reinventing. It's not something that they just play with for a week or two and then it gets tossed to the side.
What are some of the projects that you have here that Dean's showing? I see the lip balm, the soap lab.
Yes, well, we love science experience around our house, so we have perfume labs, soap labs, lip balms, then the secret formula lab, which gets a little messy and fun, but that's how kids learn, is through touching, feeling, you know, sights, all those things.
And then, Mom and Dad, you get to clean it up, right? Or that's another learning experience. Teach kids how to clean up after themselves.
Right, that's right. Learn responsibility.
Tell folks where you're located.
We are on the corner of Clay Avenue and East Main Street.
Come be a kid yourself while you're maybe even pretending to shop for your own children here at the Magical Toy Shop. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys. I'm going to pick out some labs over there for me to experiment with. This is a fun place.
And I know how Deanne likes to go ahead and Christmas shop, so I'm sure she's been doing that as well there.
Of course. Well, it sounds like you could spend a lot of time in there trying out the toys.
And have a lot of fun, too. Yeah. Annette Bening is back on the big screen, and a legendary lineup of all-time rock giants at the Desert Trip Concert Festival.
Suzanne Marquez has those stories and more in today's Eye on Entertainment.
Rolling Stones and Bob Dylan kicked off Desert Trip over the weekend in Indio, California. Paul McCartney and Neil Young performed Saturday night. All the artists are back this coming weekend. Desert Trip is expected to rake in $160 million. Annette Bening and the cast of 20th Century Women turned out for a special screening at the New York Film Festival.
This is the really hard part, and then it gets better.
The movie is set in 1979. Bening plays a single mom sharing a home with her son, a handyman, and a punk artist.
She was so full of contradictions, and as I was working, I was always on that knife edge of trying to find where she was, where the truth of her was.
You can catch 20th Century Women on the big screen in January.
Time to go to America.
And from the makers of Gravity comes the new movie Desierto, starring Gael Garcia Bernal and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's about a group of immigrants trying to make it across the U.S. border and the ruthless vigilante who tries to stop them.
It is a portrayal of our biggest nightmare, of what can happen when somebody just validates that point of view.
Desierto is out in theaters on Friday. And that's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Still ahead, we're taking a closer look at an odd competition, the wife carrying competition. We'll find out who won and their prize when we come back. I love these days out there when it's that beautiful blue fall sky that we get when we're really getting fall weather.
Absolutely easy to enjoy, but you know it's not going to last that long. Jimmy Caldwell, what about it? What's next?
Well, we're going to keep it for a few days. Another little cool shot tries to dig in, but overall, this is not bad at all. Let me show you what we've got out there. Of course, the blue skies we're talking about, 71 degrees, and it is very sunny, catching that northeasterly wind at around 8 miles per hour, which normally you'd be thinking, oh, it'd be really chilly. No, all this is doing for us is just keeping the air nice and dry, keeping that feels-like temperature held in check. Upper 60s, mid 60s, and low 70s throughout the entire area. Of course, a little bit warmer out toward Bowling Green. You say mid 70s, and I think we'll be in the mid 70s before it's all said and done here this week, especially out ahead of a cold front. Look at the next 24 hours, hour by hour run. We start with 8 o'clock. And we're at 57 at that point. We get to 66 by noontime tomorrow, and then we are back into the 70s for highs by tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Another good-looking day. Now let's see what it's looking like out there on traffic-wise with Officer Don. What do you got, Officer Don?
Jim, got a couple of collisions, including one at Manowar and Pleasant Ridge. This is the Hamburg area. It is a non-injury crash, so one lane is blocked. Not a lot of trouble getting past that one. And the good news is the lights are now functioning at Manowar and Pimlico, so police are no longer directing traffic at that intersection. Drive times this afternoon to Frankfurt, 26 minutes. To Paris, about 22. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. A very expensive letter, Twitter saving a veteran's life, and a wife carrying contest. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Very interesting there. A letter from the highest ranking crew member to survive the sinking of the Titanic is going up for auction this month in the UK. Estimates for the poignant letter written to a friend of the ship's assistant surgeon range from $12,000 to almost $19,000. A North Carolina man is using social media and his drone for good. He helped save someone trapped in their house. Chris Williams is a Navy veteran. He was stuck in his house because of flooding with a dog that can't swim. He called for help, but crews couldn't get to him. A man was posting drone pictures on social media, and that helped. Chris's brother, who lives in Texas, saw the pictures. He talked to the man with the drone and made sure his brother got the help he needed. That man used his drone to flag down a FEMA crew. The crew saved Chris and his dog. Great ending there.
That is incredible. All right, carrying your wife over the threshold means good luck in your new marriage, but carrying her through an obstacle course means beer and cash prizes. The North American Wife Carrying Competition was held in Maine over the weekend. A husband and wife from Maine actually won the championship. They will take home 11 cases of beer and $665, or the weight of the wife in beer and 5 times her weight in cash. We should sign Jim Caldwell up for that.
Oh, yeah, what a prize. I think he'd be great for it. He'd be really good.
I think he could win. We're going to work on that. All right, stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.